The recent urea shortage has been a wake-up call for South Korea. This could just be one of many supply issues that can harm the country, especially when there are rising risks in the global supply chain. Kim Sung-min sheds light on what lessons can be learned from this crisis.
The root cause of the urea shortage was that South Korea had too much of a dependency on imports from a single source. And this aroused concerns as urea is not the only resource that Seoul is dependent on one country for. In fact, there are around 4,000 materials that South Korea depends on a single source for at least 80% of its supply. And among them, around half have more than 80% dependency on China. That includes magnesium needed for making automobiles and tungsten oxide, essential in chips and medical equipment industries, as well as lithium hydroxide, which is used for making EV batteries. And under the current global supply chain system, where countries are interdependent, resources could be a powerful political weapon. In the recent case of China's coal shortage, the reason why China cut its imports of coal from Australia was because Australia joined the US move to ban China's Huawei 5G networks, believed to be a way to try and suppress its influence. While the decision hurt China too, experts say that the country is taking a long-term perspective.
Especially for its neighbors like South Korea or Australia. It is to tear them apart from the US, and this is very strategic, and it is not a matter of lacking resources at a certain point. It is a very intentional and thorough long-term plan.
As a country with scarce resources, experts say that South Korea should diversify import channels as well as monitoring the situation in advance. At the same time, joining economic blocs to gain trustable allies, just like what other countries are doing, is also very important.
South Korea is a trade-dependent country, and that's why we have to try to join every single economic bloc that will help us secure important materials, just like Singapore and Mexico. This should not be hindered by political factors and does not matter if the bloc is led by the US or by China. If there are some costs for joining the bloc, we have to keep that in our mind, but still act on it.
The expert added that expanding private and public cooperation is needed to help secure the materials crucial for the country's economic security. Kim Sung-min, Arirang News.